Hello and welcome to Word for All season. The message you are about to hear will transform your future and destiny. The Word of God is living and powerful. The principle Pastor Matthew is going to share a proven principle in the circle of life. It has transformed millions of people's life and it could change you too. Life principle never change. Methods may change, but principle remain the same. So here is Pastor Matthew.
Welcome back to Success Mandra. I hope you're enjoying my discussion with you. Let me tell you my heart. All I want to see is that you are coming to the maximum potential of your life. I was reading a book the other day, and the author was saying that you must learn to stretch your potential beyond its maximum, where your potential will cry for mercy. So let me tell you again that you must learn to maximize your manhood or maximize your womanhood. You must learn to stretch your ability, stretch your talents. So today's discussion we're going to talk about time management. Now every one of us has 24 hours a day, whether it's Bill Gates or Warren Buffett or Ambani's or Tata's, or your maid, or you. Everyone has 24 hours. It's all about how you invest your time. If you don't manage your time will manage you. That's the time you say, I'm so busy, but I still can't get my work done. So, time management is all about learning how to use your energy, your skills, and your ability, and all the resources you have in an effective way. Time cannot be stretched, and you cannot manage the time. Only you can get to use your time effectively, because time is set. 24 hours is 24 hours. It cannot be changed. 365 days in a year, 365 days, you cannot change. There are lots of things like that in our life we cannot change. So the challenge is that we learn to get equipped or educated to get into the timing and work with timing. I love one of the prayer that Francis Assisi taught, which we use in Alcoholic Anonymous AA as a prayer. Say that, Lord, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. There are lots of things that we cannot change. So time is one of that you cannot change. But you can put your time, your life in order where you can make use of the time. So, when you talk about time management, it's not about making your life more difficult. It's not about giving you more job, work harder. Time management means you learn to use your time efficiently, where you have enough time to do what you really want to do. Some people work so hard, but they never get to do what they want to do. You want to go to gym? When you learn time management, you have time to go for that. You want to take your wife for a dinner? When you do the time management, you have time for it. When you learn the time management, it's a technique where you learn to have time to do things that you really want to do. So why do you need a time management? The benefit of having a time management, it helps you to be efficient, successful, and healthy. You will be more efficient serving your people around you and serving your business and family. You will achieve greater success when you learn time management. Your personal level of growth will be much larger when you learn the time management. There are a few obstacles of time management. So let's look into the obstacles. What are the things that hinder me from time management? One is that unclear objectives. If you don't have a clear plan, a clear vision of what you really want to achieve, then time management is not possible for you. Some people get up in the morning and say that today I got so much of time. Sometimes people get up in the morning and say, I got so much of time today, I'm going to do everything. And they lazy around and they just talk this, talk that. Then it becomes 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and they realize they haven't done what they were going to do. Then they run around. Now we Indians, we are very poor in time management. I read a book about 1 minute manager. But most of we Indians we are last minute managers. Whether it's a Commonwealth game or Commonwealth game, whether whatever happened with your government, with your authority, we don't plan things in advance. We come to the point of the event, whether it's a wedding or a party or anything. Last minute we run around and we make everything mess and then we have it. It's like an average Indian wedding, that's what the Europeans call. Everything is a mess, but when the time of the wedding comes, everything is normal. You can be organized or you can be agonized. People are organized, they have a function in their home or in their company, and the time of the function comes, they go to the function, relax, they'll have a couple of drinks and they enjoy the function or enjoy the party or enjoy the program. Or you don't plan anything in advance and you run into the time of the program, you run there and you're fully stressed out, sweating, and you're wiping your sweat away and your sweat thrown off everywhere. You become smelly as a result of sweating, and all your guests feeling sorry for you. Oh, I feel sorry for them. I don't think that's the time. I don't think that's the way it should be done. If you're organizing an event, according to me, you must enjoy the event more than anybody else. That can be happen only when you do a time management. So, first hindrance or obstacles for time management is unclear objectives. If you're not clear of what you want to achieve, you won't learn why you're going to manage your time. The second is disorganization. You have all these jobs that you got to do, and you keep everything with yourself without delegating. There is tremendous power in delegation. Delegating your work to many people is the way you build a teamwork and you make your life much easier. The other obstacles for time management is your inability to say no. Some people find very difficult to say no. They'll end up saying yes to everything though they don't want to do it, and they'll end up not doing it, and they will sound like a dishonest man. We don't know when to say yes and we don't know when to say no. Sometimes we want things and we say no because we feel bad. If I say yes, what do they think? Let them think whatever they want. Go to hell. You tell them what you want. If you want to say no, say no. Some people say, I will try. Years of my experience, I learned one thing. If somebody say, I will try, that means he's not going to do it. Your inability to say no can be a hindrance for your time management. The next is interruptions. Some people are constantly being interrupted. The other one is more interruption and period of inactivity. Like you have an event coming up, and you leave it, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. Then the time came of the event and you are running around mad dog and everything is a mess. Again, like Commonwealth Games. And sometimes you are not organized with your time because you have too many things you want to do at once. Remember, when you say yes, you have to check what you are saying yes to. Don't simply say yes to anybody for the sake of pleasing them. If you need to say no to somebody, learn to say it. Sometimes too many things comes to you at once and you suffer. Stress and fatigue is another hindrance for time management. And other one big hindrance is all work and no play. All work, no play make Jack a dull boy. There is a time we need to put aside for play, for fun, for just do nothing. Remember, if you don't learn to manage your time will manage you, where you are not in control of your life, the situations are in control of your life. I don't think you want to come to that kind of situation. It is bad. If you want to learn time management, then first thing, you have to learn the basic lessons of life. That your body needs rest. You need to bring some discipline on yourself. So, there are too many things as an obstacles in your life, in time management. What can we do? Simple. First of all, recognize the obstacles that exist around you. Identify them and employ strategies to overcome them. So the first obstacle, I said, the unclear objectives. Take a paper, write down somewhere. Take a paper, sit down somewhere, write down your goals. Set your goals. What do you want to achieve with your life? What do you want it to do? Say, like when you go to work in the morning, it's worth for you to ask yourself, what am I going to do today? What's my plan? As the year starts, you must ask yourself, what am I going to achieve in this year? What's my goals? So set goals and make sure your goals are specific and measurable. Some people say, I want to study a lot. How much? A lot. How much is a lot? You have to clarify. Some people say, I want to be rich. How rich you wanted to become? Simply praying, you're planning, I want to be successful, I want to be rich, I want to be famous, or whatever you want, it doesn't work. You have to be very specific when you think of setting your goals, and it has to be measurable. At the end of the day, you must learn to measure your goals. So when you talk about time management, in order to manage your time effectively, first thing is that you must learn to set goals for your life. You must learn to set goals on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, annually basis, maybe decade basis, like a 10-year time, and your lifetime. What do I want people to talk about me? What you want to be written on your tombstone? And start working towards it. What do you want your children to say about you when you're dead and gone? Have a clear set goals. When you set goals, remember they have to be very specific. So you start working in the morning, at the end of the day, you must take a stock of what have I done today. Did I really did what I really want to do? You say certain things are very important things in your life. Is those things are getting enough time and attention or not? Sometimes you can become major in minors and remain minor in majors. Some people have big vision, but they don't plan it well. So your vision has to be very specific. It has to be measurable, and it has to be achievable. The fourth is, it has to be realistic. In order to make a realistic vision, you have to take a stock of yourself. What am I? Who am I? What can I do? And what I can't do? What are my potentials? What are my weaknesses? You have to take a stock of yourself. You have to measure your ability. You have to check what's your talents and gifting. Simply don't go on saying that I want to do this, I want to do that. You will be only chasing the vanity dreams. It never comes to pass. The fifth is, when you plan your vision, it has to be time-based. Now, when I say time-based, when you are in the first step of the ladder of success, for you to set a time-based for the vision, it will be like a fairy tale. So, whatever you plan with your life, it has to be time-based. So, there are 5 points I spoke to you. When you set your goals, it has to be specific, it has to be measurable, it has to be achievable, it has to be realistic, and it has to be time-based. That's the way you can set up your goals. So once you set your goals, then you have to prioritize your life. As I said earlier, you can be organized or you can be agonized. Somebody put it like this: prior preparation prevent poor performance. 5 P's, never forget. 5 P's. Prior preparation prevent poor performance. When you study about the chart of prioritizing, sometimes you can spend too much time into too little things and waste a whole day. So you have to check, where do you invest your time. So in order for that, you have to find out what is that you have to do yourself, and what are the things that you can delegate to others. There are certain things you have to do, you cannot delegate. I say like this, when you work with people, you can delegate jobs, but you cannot delegate responsibility. Responsibility always stay with you. I can delegate jobs, responsibility stays within myself. Responsibility is not something can be delegated. It's something that people can be caught up with you. They saw you working, they saw you taking initiative and responsibility, and they said, why can't I do it? It's something has to be caught. The problem with lots of people in the workplace, I notice, they bring their home to work and they take their home work to the home. Both the place, they are not happy. When you carry too many painful things in your life, they constantly release pain in your life and negative energy. There is a positive energy and negative energy. If they both come, it's always in a constant clash. Positive energy fighting with the negative energy, and you never get to do what you're supposed to do. So there are 5 things you got to do in order to prioritize. Do, delegate, delay, and delete. So the next is, as you prioritize, you have to address the things. They are important and urgent. And when you talk about your life, there are important things but not urgent. There are urgent things but they are not important. There are things not important, not urgent. Then there are things important and urgent. You have to learn to divide them. The things that are not important, not urgent, let somebody else do it. There are things important but they are not urgent. Always focus on them. Keep your tab on. Don't delete them. There are things urgent, not important. Find somebody else to do it. There are important and urgent. Do it straight away. Don't delay them anymore. Some of the lost opportunities, you never get it back. I like Vijay Mallaya, one of the interview. Somebody asked him about someone who cheated him a big money. So they asked Mr. Mallaya, what do you think about so-and-so incident? They took so much money away from you. He said, in an ocean there's so much of water. If somebody carry a bucket of water, that doesn't make ocean dry. One of the guy who was working for Ford made a big mistake and it cost millions of dollars for the Ford. So the TV people approached Ford and asked, what are you going to do with your CEO? He cost you so many millions. Are you going to fire him? Ford said, no, I spent so many millions to train him up. I'm going to retain him. So address the urgent. What are the things that is urgent and important? Accomplish what you can early accomplish. Don't wait. Capture every opportunity. Don't lose them. And attach the deadline to things you delay. Everything that you delay for tomorrow, later, put a date for it. So, as you prioritize, you can do 4 things. Do the things that you have to do. Delegate the things that other people can do. Delay the things that you can delay, but attach a deadline for it. And delete the thing that you don't want to carry down. The thing that damages your life. Thing that take away your energy. So, you got to get your life organized. How do you organize your life? Simple. Have a notepad. I encourage every employee of my company to have a writing pad. I never allow people to come for a meeting with me without a writing pad. If they come without a writing pad, I'll always tell them, go back, get the writing pad and come. And I keep watching them when I'm talking to them, when they are taking notes. If not, I will insist that they have to write down. No, don't worry, I can remember. I said, I don't trust your brain, I trust the paper. And I sometimes tell people, look, my time is precious. I don't expect you to come here and waste my time. If I'm spending time with you, I'm investing my time in you, and I want to make sure that time is invested well. Who in the world will go and invest their money in a bank that's going to broke, or that's not sure that you will get it back? None of us will do that. So, organize. Number one, learn to write down. You as a person, write down. If you have a habit of having a prayer time, a meditation time, carry your notepad with you when you do that. Lots of things comes in your mind. When you really want to meditate or pray, you have to empty your mind from all these crowded things. Now funny, when you sit only everything comes. That's the best time to capture everything out. The second is document on your computer. In your computer, if you have an email, Outlook Express or Microsoft Outlook, it has a calendar, it has things to do, it has lots of facility that you can use it. Write them down. Your mobile phone has calendar in it, events in it. Write them down. Don't depend on your brain. Next is you must learn to say no. Don't say yes when you want to say no. And don't agree for everything that comes in life. Because you are not the Superman. You are not Bruce Almighty. Or God that He can do everything. You can't. There are lots of things you can't. Probably in life I come across more things that I can't than what I can. There are only little things I can do. There are lots of things in this world I can't do. There are lots of things in the world I don't know. But there are little things, small things I know. So I got to focus on working with the things that I know rather than being worried about the things that I don't know. So learn to say no. You remember that you can't do everything. Don't undertake things that you can't complete. If you know that you can't, you better learn to say, no, I don't think I can. If you don't know things, you tell, I don't know. I really don't know. And you remain consistent in your goals. Now, when you start working with your goals and you prioritize, there are so many things comes to take your attention. There'll be a calling for this and there'll be for that and this. And, some people I see, they sit and say no opportunities. Some people say there is so much opportunity. I have seen people get so fascinated with opportunities. They think about all the opportunities, talk about all the opportunities, and never get time to use any of them. Their mind is so crowded. And some of them come and say, Matthew, I got so much of ideas. By the end of the day, all these ideas, I think I get tired. And 10 years, downline 15 years, all the ideas he ran, not even one idea he could get it materialized. So, learn to say no, stay focused on what is your goal, and use your waiting time. If something is going to be delayed, use it. Learn to use your time effectively. When you use waiting time, say for example, you're waiting for somebody. Don't wait for anybody. If you went to see a doctor and he's going to delay, take out your computer or take out your mobile phone, start working. If you're sitting in the bus stop, take out your notepad and start writing. What you done, what you want to do, what you will do. And if you're waiting in the airport or you reach somewhere early, don't sit and wait for people and get impatient. Take out your laptop, start working with it. Or take out your mobile phone, start writing or start working with it. Or pull out your notepad, start writing. Whatever you do, if you have a habit of writing them down, what you're doing becomes really effective. When you write what you're doing and read it again and again, you get more clarity in your thoughts. And your thoughts become more clear, and you will learn what works and what does not work. And when you're doing something, always concentrate on the work at your hand. There are people who try to do 10 things at a time and they get to do nothing. So, when you have a task at your hand, focus on it. When you're talking to somebody, look into their eyes. Learn to talk into them. Don't pick up your mobile. Don't start fiddling with things. Don't look here and there. Look into people. If you're working on your computer, if you're replying on an email, Focus. Don't allow anybody to interrupt. Learn to concentrate on the task at your hand. And consider your personal prime time. Which is the best time for you to work? Now it varies from people to people. Some people are very good to work in the night. The morning they like to sleep. Some people are very good in the morning. They get up 5 o'clock, they are fresh, they can really work. Some people are good in working in the daytime. They love 9 to 5. They go to the office, they sit there and work 5 o'clock shut, and they like to be free. And after that you can't talk to them because nothing goes into their brain. So every one of us has different prime times. Identify what is your prime time and learn to work with that. Don't try to work in line with everybody else. Find out your timing and celebrate your success. Whenever you achieve something, you celebrate it. Even the small thing achievement, talk about it. Be excited about your achievements and celebrate them. Tell other people what happened, and that way you can promote yourself. So, I'll conclude here about the time management. In order to manage your time, remember, if you don't manage your time will manage you. If you don't manage your events and your work and your programs, they will manage you, and you will never get time to do what you really wanted to do. So in order to manage your time, number one, set your goals. Learn to prioritize what first. Learn to organize things. Learn to say no when you don't want to do. Use your waiting time effectively. Concentrate on your task at hand. Consider your personal time. What is the best time? And celebrate your success. If you learn to manage your time, your progress becomes evident to all. Day by day, year by year, you will rise up in whatever you do. May the Lord bless you. Have a great week. Thank you.
I hope this message has blessed your life. You are welcome to join with us for a lively praise and worship at Emerald Lawns every Sunday at 11 a.m. Come, join us and enjoy the power of changed lives. Once you meet Jesus, your life will never be the same again. Jesus is the answer for all your problems. When God works in you, you are a winner. I believe you are blessed by the message that you have heard today. We are working constantly to make a change in our community. Come and support our charity called El Shaddai Street Child Rescue, rescuing thousands of children from the streets and slums of India and making them responsible, confident citizens of the nation. For more information, please visit our website www.childrescue.net. We are looking after hundreds of children through our children's home, shelters, and community care centers. You can help a child go to school by paying Rs 800 a month, or you may support a child in our homes by paying 1,500 a month. Feel free to come and volunteer with us to help the poor and needy. Thank you and God bless you.